Hello to my St. John Fisher family. I'm Susan Ippoliti Kavanaugh, class of 1997, and I'm here to talk to you all today, give you a few tips about working from home. I know that we are all in this situation together, and the first thing that I want to say to everybody out there in my Fisher family is that I really hope you are all being safe, being healthy, and being well in these unprecedented times. My goal here is to just provide you with some quick tips and tricks on working from home. I have been doing so in my career for 10 years now, and I can tell you that it is a discipline that one must create. And it doesn't happen overnight, but I do realize that most of the world, the community out there, did have to fall into this overnight. So hopefully I can provide you with a few tips and tricks to help you along for those who are struggling with kind of a work from home environment. I only have a short time, so I'm going to run through it, but hopefully these tips and tricks will help you as you navigate this work from home lifestyle that many of you are not accustomed to, I'm sure. So one of the first things that I want to say is it's really important, if you can, to identify an unused area in your home. So if you have an extra bedroom or some corner of your house or the basement even, wherever you can go to where you can have your quiet space, the space that you can dedicate to your workspace, just to make sure that you can go to work every day or go to school every day and get up and leave it behind, and that it's not in the middle of things, that it's not in the middle of your kitchen table, and that even if it is in your kitchen table, that it's something that you can easily pack up and move to a different location of the house for the night, and easily ramp back up the next morning. So that's one tip that I have for you. The other thing that you need to do is, especially if you have a family at home, which I do, I have a child and a husband. My husband and I both work from home, and we always have worked from home together most of the time, is to create boundaries. You know, right now we're in a situation where a lot of us parents are having to homeschool our children. And it's really important, especially if you have meetings or phone calls or whatever, to create boundaries with your family, to say, if my door's closed, don't disturb me. That usually means that I'm on a call or on a meeting or whatever. So make sure that you establish those boundaries with family members in the homes, particularly the kids, which I know can be very disruptive in your day. They like to knock on doors. They want attention. They want a hug. They want a kiss. And it's okay to do those things, but just give them the understanding that there are times when I cannot be disturbed. And those times include my door being shut or my headset being on. If you wear a headset to talk through Teams or whatever tools you might be using, establish those boundaries and establish them pretty quickly to help keep some of those distractions at bay when you really need the time and the quiet space. I would say to you also, to the extent possible, whether you're working or doing schoolwork, is to set hours, specific workday hours. Start your day at a certain time every day and end your day at a certain time every day. It's really easy, and I'm guilty of this. It's really easy, especially when you work from home, to fall into the trap of working all day and all night. And I've done it before. And sometimes inevitably you have to do that. And particularly now when we have kids running around or we have spouses at home with us or we have friends that we're living with, it's really easy to fall into the trap of working around the clock and working off hours. And right now we have to do that, right? Sometimes I have to come back and sit down at my desk at 8 o'clock at night after my daughter goes to bed and work until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm no stranger to that. I've done that most of my career just because I love it when my emails aren't popping in and my phone's not ringing. But certainly to the extent that you can, try to maintain some regular hours. Some sanity in your world is good because we all need that time of day that we can just shut it down and say, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm walking away because me working any later is not going to get this done any faster. So there comes a point when you have to really just kind of walk away from it. So maintain regular hours. It's a really big tip. I would also say schedule breaks in your day. You know, one of the perks that I like to take advantage of is the working from home perk. And that means that, instead of getting up and going to the kitchen to get water or coffee in your workspace, in your office environment, maybe you want to throw a lot of laundry in. Maybe you want to go take a 15-minute walk. Now more than ever, it's important for us to take those escape routes because we're getting up every morning, we're working in our home, we're eating lunch in our home, we're, staying in our homes more than we ever have before. We don't get up from our desk at work and drive home. We're just home. So scheduling breaks and taking those breaks regularly and taking them in their entirety, whether it's 15 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour, really, really important for your sanity. So allow yourself that time to just walk away from something and go mentally decompress. If you can leave your home, meaning go out and go for a walk and get fresh air, really important that you do that. I think more than ever, we need that fresh air. We need that just blue sky. The sun is shining, especially today. Get out and enjoy this spring weather that is starting to come upon us now. To the extent that you can, we live in the age of technology, thankfully, where we have a lot of resources available to us that allow us socialization in different forms. Right now, we have to really get creative. We don't have the luxury of going to happy hours or having lunch together in a restaurant setting, but tools like Zoom and Microsoft Teams allow us that human connection. So if you can get that human connection with Zoom happy hours or Zoom lunches or Zoom breakfast or coffee, really important that you set that up. I try to meet with friends, at least once or twice a week through a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime meeting or whatever tools you have at your disposal. And Zoom is entirely free, by the way. There's a 40-minute limit on it if you use the free version, but at least it's an opportunity to socialize with other people and say hello and how are you doing and just that check-in to make sure that everybody's okay. I encourage you to do that. I said earlier, take advantage of your perks. It's okay. Everybody works from home, and the works from home takes advantage of the perks that are available to them. And sometimes that means going and prepping dinner, or it means doing the laundry, or sometimes it even means running your vacuum. Those can be considered your break, right? Those 15 minutes, those 20 minutes that it takes to run the vacuum or throw the loads of laundry in or whatever. It's really okay. And I can tell you from experience, 10 years running, that everybody does it. So don't give yourself a hard time if you feel compelled to get up and go, turn the laundry. It's okay to do that. Take advantage of the perks that you have in front of you right now with this benefit of working from home. I would suggest also begin and end your day with a routine, just to keep some consistency throughout your workday, right? So maybe it's get up early in the morning and do a workout, or maybe it's end your day at 5 o'clock, shut down and go do a workout, or go do some yoga, or go walk the dog. Whatever you can do to maintain some sense of normalcy, consider that the drive time that it would take for you to get from point A to point B every day, whether that's from, school to home or work to home or whatever. Just use that time to just build that routine. So build a schedule, build a routine that fits for you, that keeps things consistent, that keeps you feeling more like you're in a rhythm with your workday or your school day. And then finally, I just want to say, especially now, actually, there's two things I want to say. The first one being, make your space around you as personal as you can. A personal touch on your desk or wherever you're working is important. It helps keep you focused. It helps keep you just feeling like something a little bit more at home. Maybe it's a candle. Maybe it's a bouquet of flowers. I don't know, whatever it is that can help you make it feel more like it's your space. I think you should think about doing something like that, or putting something on your desk that just calls it yours. And then finally, I'll close with this. We are in a very difficult time in our world right now, not just our country or our city or our state, in the world. And we are all struggling. I know that I'm struggling managing my workday and teaching my child. Managing my workday from a work from home environment is not my challenge. My challenge is balancing that with making sure that my daughter stays consistent in her studies, and she's in first grade. And it's a hard time, right? It's a very hard time. And I think we all get frustrated. We sometimes get angry. We sometimes get sad. I want to tell you, don't be too hard on yourself. Now more than ever, mental health, mental well-being, physical strength, and persistence is the way that we're all going to get through this. So I would say to you, don't be too hard on yourself. Relax, take a deep breath. When you get frustrated, get up and walk away. Take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, take 20 minutes, whatever that may be. But go easy on yourself right now. We're in a difficult time. There's no reason for you to get angry at yourself or get angry at your family. And we all want to do it because we're in each other's space, we're in each other's faces, and we can really get into a bad place mentally and physically. So I would say, wherever possible, just relax, chill out, and don't be so hard on yourself. Just take it easy. And with that, I will end this, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to share some tips and tricks and some knowledge with you. And I hope that you will all remain well and healthy and safe during these times. And I'm thinking about all of you in my Fisher family. Thank you so much.